Hey, it's TuxBird, and welcome to my second build video of many to come. A lot of you guys loved my first one and clearly showed it a lot of support, so today I'm going to capitalize on the stuff I talked about in the last build video. If you want to see more build videos, then of course be sure to leave a comment and a like, as it is much appreciated. So let's begin. I call this build the Predator Shredder. Yay! Yeah, it's bad, it needs some revisions, I got it, so do my videos. So here's a brief overview of what gear we have on, as well as the weapons. I'll go more in depth into each gear piece and weapon, as well as my skill and talent choices.
Get on with it, man!
Okay, let's do this. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I talked about this very special snowflake here. The Specialized Backpack. Specialized adds 200% of firearms and stamina to skill power. I cannot stress this enough. This talent is one of the most useful high-end talents. Do not overlook these backpacks if you get dropped them. Overall, it provides a general boost of skill power, so therefore you do not have to spec into any gear piece with skill power, which gives you the opportunity to be able to put your rolls into something more directly useful, like firearms or stamina. For this backpack and for all of your gear pieces, remember, the way armor has been modified to 1.4 has made it something that you need to focus on to achieve the highest damage mitigation and toughness. However, if you pay attention to it, you'll really like the results it'll bring you. The Savage Gloves are a great plus to any build, and to this one as well, to give you that edge when fighting players as well as NPCs. Mine here have critical hit damage, chance, and assault rifle damage to complement my primary. So let's move on to the actual gear set pieces. For armor and for all of your other gear pieces, keep a general mindset about how you want these to complement your final build, and make sure to roll armor where you can, because it's extremely important. Make sure you keep in mind how you want your playstyle to work, and it may differ from the way I do it, so keep that in mind. For the rolls, I have armor, obviously, stamina, and health. For the minor attributes, I run ammo capacity because you can't go wrong with it. Now let's move on to the mask. The mask I run with has a health and burn resistance roll, as you can clearly see. Don't need to tell you. I run with firearms on the mask, but it really doesn't matter what it rolls, as long as your firearms, stamina, and electronics are what you want them to be. Also note that another great choice for a mask, if you don't want to use Savage Gloves or you have Predator Gloves or whatever and you want to use a mask for your high end, Rejuvenated and Tenacious are really great talents to have. Rejuvenated I have here, which is consuming a medkit also removes all negative status effects. With the huge amount of Predator Smart classes now really coming into the Dark Zone and, all the fire turrets and all of that stuff, Rejuvenated masks are not a bad choice for how the meta is changing in 1.4, so if you got one of these, don't get rid of it. Same with Tenacious. It provides a 10% damage boost when you use a medkit. I don't have one, but that's what the talent is, so you can clearly see how they could also be very, very useful for you. The knee pads I have are also firearms and have armor rolled as a major attribute. The minor attributes are just a bunch of resistances, but if you're satisfied enough with whatever is rolled on whatever you get dropped, keep an eye out for the increased kill XP bonus like I had in my last build video's knee pads if you love to PvE. Also, if you're a sucker for the field proficiency caches, you're gonna love increased kill XP. That goes for any other armor piece I can roll it as well. Lastly, the holster. I'd say I have pretty decent rolls for this, and of course I have the necessary armor roll. Note that this is also a pre-1.4 gear set piece, so I don't have that customizable performance mod slot. But the 2.5% turret duration works pretty nicely here though. Armor mods play a huge role in this build. Something that really shows the true importance of the gear mods is this. If you replace these two firearms mods with stamina mods, boom, over 400k toughness, easy peasy. Gear mods can make or break a build. FYI, if it wasn't already made obvious, get armor on all of them, no exceptions. Just so you all know, there's both level 33 firearms and stamina mods for about 696 Phoenix credits down in the terminal. Don't have a lot of Phoenix credits to spend? Just for your information, load up World Tier 2 Clear Sky and complete it with some friends super easily and you get 100 Phoenix credits each run. Problem solved. Also, there's an extremely good firearms mod that's being sold for Dark Zone funds at the West 42nd Street checkpoint in DZ03. 209 firearms with 263 armor. It's kind of awesome. Note, the East 42nd Street still has a self-heal mod for this current weekly reset. Also note that vendors change weekly, so if you're here after the weekly reset, it may not be here then. The LVOAC is going to be my primary weapon, much like my past Alpha Bridge build. It's seriously my favorite gun in the game right now. I have my gear spec towards it, so this gun absolutely shreds the competition in both PvE and PvP. However, in the way that I use this build, I keep the Lavoa C my weapon of choice for any PvP situations when I'm in the Dark Zone. For PvE situations in the Dark Zone, I use my beautiful beast, the Pokken. What's awesome about the Pokken is 3 things. 1, it looks awesome, and it makes you feel awesome. 2, its rolls are perfectly oriented for PvE. Ferocious and Destructive make for a deadly combo, and make the NPCs run scared. And if that wasn't enough, there's also a 15% extra damage to targets out of cover. I can hear the LMB crying in the background. Or maybe that's just a sound that I deliberately edited in to add a more dramatic effect to it. Maybe. And here's a general overview of my weapon mods. Some people ask in my last video why I stack more into headshot damage. It is very logical thinking that due to this thing's kick, the only viable place to use it is up close and personal, where shotguns reign supreme. Like I said in my last Alpha Bridge video, this gun needs to be controlled in order to work well for you. The LVOAC's recoil pattern, luckily, is straight up, and pulling down isn't too hard of a task. You just have to learn to settle her down. If you do, she will reward you graciously with lots and lots and lots of rogue kills. I love these 2 weapon choices because they both serve 2 distinct purposes, but can be blended together to form the ultimate shredding machine. Predator's Mark IV piece is remarkable in terms of how much damage it can deal in both PvP and PvE. Seriously, PvP is awesome. I've never shown so many shotgunners see the beauty of a good night's sleep on the ground. Or in the sky? Yeah, I have no words to describe what happened to this poor guy. I was laughing way too hard at the moment it actually happened. Rest in peace, man. This build is like the most soft pillow they will ever experience. Shoot them with it, and they're on the ground almost immediately. It's pretty freaky. This build is also extremely useful part of a group when PvPing. Talents like Shrapnel will give your team the edge and confuse your opponents amidst the chaos. No matter what way you want to play this game, this build will back you up and give you a solid, enjoyable playing experience. First Aid is still one of the most useful skills to have that ensures your prolonged survival. Mine is sitting at about an 101,000 HP self-heal if you round up, and a 48,000 HP ally heal. But of course, it can always be improved with performance mods. I also use a shock turret for this build. Yeah, whatever. Hear me out. As you may know, if you're a console player, shotgunners are a huge problem. Just look at my DB shotgun challenge, for instance. Holy crap, it was bad. This will stop them for a few seconds so you can burn them with your primary and give you a second to breathe before they come back with their clap button firmly grasped. Your skills are also ultimately up to you. Flame turrets may even be a better choice for you if you want to stop shotgunners or other players when fighting them. The awesome thing about this build, as well as my other one, is that you can truly tailor it to your playstyle. You don't have to follow my lead. I'm simply here to steer you in the right direction. The power is yours. Moving to talents. Critical save is always awesome to have to, well, save you critically. Not much more to say. Shrapnel. Shrapnel is Bleeder's paradise. Applying bleed to any target triggers a 30% chance to apply the effect to all targets within 10 meters. A reminder, you're watching a Predator's Mark build video. You're welcome. On the Move is a talent that I've for some reason always overlooked, but not now, because killing a hostile while moving reduces incoming damage by 30% for 10 seconds. That is what I'm talking about. And finally, we'll finish it off with One is None. It allows you to keep that uptime while shooting a weapon, which is always a plus. Though, some people have told me that it might be bugged, so if it is for you, then I would definitely switch it out for Precision because it's an awesome talent that grants you extra DPS buffs to certain enemies that you shoot. Also guys, if you're ever struggling to get that good gear, always remember that you don't need a team for everything. There are open world bosses, high value targets, and even the underground, which are all viable places to gear up. There's hope for every agent out there. Go get them. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, show the video some love in the comments and leave a like. I hope you guys have an awesome day. See you in the next video. This has been TuxBird. Peace out, guys.